My uncle died in what most of the family considers to be suspicious circumstances at his nursing home. I don't mean criminal, well, maybe criminal, but what I'm talking about is that safety conditions were not what they should have been, in our opinion. My aunt is not one to rock the boat about anything and would probably have to be dragged to talk to a lawyer about this. Can I or one of her kids take up my uncle's case for her, or does she need to be involved?
David, absolutely hire an attorney. And if your aunt's having a little difficulty processing that and resistant to meeting with an attorney, by all means, the family can step in and try to get the process started, but eventually your aunt's going to have to be the one to make that decision. It's terrible what might have happened, and we hear just awful things sometimes coming out of nursing homes that some of them are true and some of them are not true either.
Right.
And so that's why we have to do the investigation.
But like Chris said, your aunt ultimately needs to be involved, but sometimes to kind of get things kick-started, the children sometimes step in. And if the children can get together and come see an attorney, one of the things that you do, first of all, is you would meet with a paralegal to kind of start getting the information, and then there would be an immediate meeting with me. And the reason why we have the meeting with the intake paralegal to start with is to make sure that we clear conflicts of interest. Not that we typically have conflicts of interest in a nursing home setting, but sometimes we have to be very careful about that. And then, like I said, usually within a few days or so, there's a meeting with me, and we go through the intake information, kind of gather that information, and we listen carefully and try to get a good chronology of events, especially the things that you might consider. And so, for example, in nursing homes, in the state of Florida, state of Alabama, state of Georgia, there's something called statements of patients' rights. It's very similar to a medical malpractice case, but there are different claims that can be made in each of the situations. And typically what you're looking for are violations of those patients' rights. And ultimately what you're looking for is violations of those patients' rights that led to your uncle's untimely death. Sometimes even there may be a component to it that is a nursing malpractice or a medical malpractice in addition to it. So that's the reason why the attorney becomes involved very quickly. Once we get that information, we order the medical records. Once the medical records are ordered, we have them summarized, and also we send it out for review to the particular specialty. And then we bring the family back in to say, yes, we have a case, or no, we do not have a case. And that investigation, by the way, is conducted by law firms, and it's free of charge to the family. We work on a contingency fee. And Chris, we spend sometimes tens of thousands of dollars on cases, and we get involved in it, and we have to give the family the unfortunate news that it's not a case. It's a case where it may look at it from the outside, but once you get involved with the medicine or get involved with the medical component of it, it does not meet the breaches in the standard of care or the breakdowns in the patient's rights. And you have to tell the family, I'm sorry, there's nothing that we can do to help you, but here's your file, get a second opinion. People want to know what happened to their loved ones, and that's what we do, David.